Are you aware that you have a natural person as well as an artificial person?
No.
Like if you check all your personal ID, all capital letters, that's the artificial person. That's what the government creates as you and attaches to you as that entity. But there's the natural person that was created. Okay, you weren't created into a set of rules and regulations and arbitrary decisions imposed upon you. These were things that were made by people.
Natural person is a human being that has the capacity for rights and duties. Artificial person, a legal entity, not a human being. Recognized as a person in law to whom legal rights and duties may attach.
Speak English, Doc. We ain't scientists.
Natural persons are such as God of nature formed us. Artificial are such as created and devised by human laws for the purpose of society and government, which are called corporations or body politic.
And that second you that they control, that they created, is all capital letters.
Reach into your purse, check your wallet, check all these things that you applied for. He has a Visa card, he probably has a driver's license, okay? He probably has a bank account.
It's very much an enlightening experience. For me, it's a spiritual path. It's understanding who we really are. No longer in the mirror, in the fictional world, we're over here in reality now.
Who really are you within this country, within this legal system?
People say to me, society's broken. Well, what I'm going to tell you today is it's not broken. It works exactly the way it was planned to work.
The entire thing is based on the manipulation and exploitation of the ignorance of the people.
So when we look at the word statute, I know I like this one, a legislative rule of society given the force of law by the consent of the governed. And I ask you, please, if you could explain to me where in that definition taken from Black's Law Dictionary that says that statute is law.
Nobody in the Western world is operating under any law anymore, other than the golden rule, and that is that we're not to infringe upon anybody's person rights or property. In other words, do unto others how we want to be treated. We want to treat others. So that's the only real law that there is, and everything else that we think of as laws are not laws. They're statutes, codes, rules, regulations, ordinances, bylaws, constitutions, legislations. What did I leave out? They have nothing to do with us. They are simply the policies of the corporations which appear to be government.
It will apply to you if you consent. What does the word consent mean? Exactly. So what happens when you don't agree? It isn't law. It's not real. It's imaginary. Okay? Completely imaginary. Because politics is not what you think it is.
They are the ones who are referred to in the old European system as the authorities. They are the authors. They author, they write down and author the law, so they are the authors or the authorities.
We all have this concept of who they are, whether they're an invisible government, a secret government here, or higher echelons of our own government, or a world banking scenario, or something like that. When you understand all this, that is absolutely immaterial.
Ben, who are these authorities who have written the law?
Say, oh, well, they said this. I mean, ask yourself, why do you pay income tax? Why? How many people here have read the Income Tax Act? Well, why are you paying income tax?
Because they told us.
Yeah, that's how we're programmed. They said. Who are they? Oh, I don't know. They just said do it.
I mean, you just have a feel for it, and you say, okay, I got it. There's something wrong here. Something's going on that shouldn't be going on.
You understand now the thing? The created cannot be greater than its creator.
It's very much an enlightening experience. For me, it's a spiritual path.
See, you're born with it. There's no negotiation for these rights. You're entitled to them. Okay, the Supreme Court, they understand who you are.
I suggest that you start looking into, there's a number of videos that you can watch on the internet that will give you a good introduction into how the money system works and what gives it its value. And then you'll probably be left pondering the ultimate question of, well, where does the government get a bond from? And that's where it ties in with you. But the only thing that has value on this planet is whatever is created, like the rest of the universe. Because the only thing that has any value in this world is when us, in this, connect with the land. And we make something, we either put a seed in the ground and make something grow, we dig out the metals and smelt it into a car. So that's where all of the value comes from.
No one shall be held in slavery or servitude. Slavery and the slave trade shall be prohibited in all of their forms. There are many forms of slavery. Chains and whip is a very blatant form, but economic slavery, it's still another form. Okay? When we get through this whole thing, you realize they know these laws exist and they won't violate them. That is why they had to create this illusion. Education shall be directed full amount to human personality and to strengthen the respect of human rights and fundamental freedoms. Did you guys learn this in school?
The two principal things that govern us in our lives are the two things they never teach about at school, which is money and law.
Because their system only maintains itself and functions itself as long as we remain ignorant. Without the knowledge, they carry on doing what they do.
And so you start investigating and you start talking to people. And
one of the things we're doing up in Burnley is we're setting up a community trust at the moment, and we want to start doing education workshops because we've learned that much that quick that we need to disseminate this information so that you can go away and you can either go and do that study yourself or think, oh God, that's what I've been looking for. Yeah.
The cause of every single problem on this planet, and I mean every single problem that is on this planet, is caused from the infliction of commerce by the banks onto the people.
You'd be amazed at what you have in capacity. It's real simple. All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. Period.